So let's start the first of a two-part ranking of all the flicks I've watched, well, rewatched for the month of October 2022. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to as the Big D, back again with another ranking. Today I'm about to bring to you the first of a two-parter of my October 2022 rewatches. However, this is going to be much more different than the last time. Now, this will include most of the horror flicks I watched, but I'm excluding big types of horror franchises, so you will not see any Friday the 13th, Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street, or or let's see, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Halloween flicks on here. I've included them in a separate ranking where will be known as the Big Five ranking. So you'll be getting that tomorrow. But in the meantime, here's the rest of the films that I rewatched for October 2022. And that's going to be 56 films. Now, there are some franchises, but I don't consider them to be big ones like the latter I just mentioned. Okay? Now, I'm going to try and go extremely rapid fire and get through this, because this is a big one. 56 films. I'll do my extreme best to rapid fire through these. So fasten your seatbelts, prepare yourselves. If you're ready, let's start the ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 56 is Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice from 1992. I watched this a long time ago, and I revisited this, and it's not that great. Now, I do appreciate having some good slashing and what have you, but, well, some of it was kind of a little, I don't know. But it's alright. Not really as good as the classic itself, though, which we'll see where that winds up in a little while. Number 55 is Leprechaun 2 from 1994. While this is okay and what have you, it gives me a few fun laughs and what have you. The characters might not be likable, but at least Warwick Davis still proves he's good as the Leprechaun, though. Number 54 is The Final Destination from 2009. While it's okay, but I wish the characters could have been a little better, and well, I do like the Speedway star for the premonition, what have you, but yeah, this film's kind of not great though, especially the 3D CGI. Well, the 3D's fine. CGI, some of it's not that great. Number 53 is Prom Night 4, Deliver Us from Evil from 1992. Well, this is alright in my view, but it's not as good as any of the others. It's not even a continuation after the two films with Mary Lou and what have you, but it's fair in some ways, but it's not really great though. Number 52 is Leprechaun from 1993. This film's good in some ways, a little silly in parts, but hey, Warwick Davis really steals the show as the Leprechaun. Number 51 is Valentine from 2001. I love this movie. I don't care what anybody says. Sure, it does have some cheesy moments and dialogue and stuff like that, but overall, this is a guilty pleasure of mine with a lot of great gals like Denise Richards, Katherine Heigl, and Marley Shelton. Number 50 is Final Destination 5 from 2013, I believe it was, or 2012. Anyway, this film is a big redemption over the Final Destination, and we soon find out it's a prequel to the original. At least I think some of the kills were pretty good and what have you. Oh, oops. Sorry about that little error, and I made a mistake. It's 2011 when it came out, not 2012. My mistake, folks. It's hard for me to keep up with some of these dates. Like, years they came out, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's move on, shall we? Number 49 is The Blair Witch Project from 1999. This film is what brought in the found footage film genre onto the scene. Yeah, this film's okay and all. It's not really one of the coolest, but anyway, it was pretty good after I revisited it. If you haven't seen my review of this, excuse me, watch it. Number 48 is Stephen King's Cujo from 1983. This is a pretty good film. I really do like it. I mean, yeah, this here St. Bernard goes bad and all. Well, I think you should know this story by now. If you haven't seen my review of this, please check out this. That review of mine hasn't even gotten made views. Pretty disappointed with that, but well, if you watch this, then check out the review. Number 47 is The Forsaken from 2001. Now, I hadn't seen this film in a long time. It's not a guilty pleasure of mine, but I've seen it a few times. It's not bad of a vampire film. Not as good as some, but it comes right up there. I'll review this sometime sooner or later. Number 46 is Leprechaun 3 from 1995. I love this movie. This is easily my favorite Leprechaun film. I like the Vegas thing. A lot of the characters are pretty good. And the kills aren't too bad either. But Warwick Davis, still good as the Leprechaun. Number 45 is Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss from 1990. This film's okay. I mean, we have Mary Lou back, although she's played by someone different, but she proves she's got some hops and what have you. Anyway, the full movie's actually on YouTube. If you want to see this, go for it. But anyway, some of the kills were a little, I really don't want to bring it up. You can see my review of this. Number 44 is Stephen King's Children of the Corn from 1984. I love this movie. This is definitely one good film. I know some people might be mixed on this franchise, but at least this film is worth watching. I mean, I don't really care much for the sequels, except for the sixth one, which had Isaac back in. Number 43 is Sugar Hill from 1974. Love this movie. This is a guilty pleasure since I watched it on the Comet Network for the first time ever. And this film's really grown on me ever since. Marky Bay, great as the title character. A lot of characters are pretty good. I like Baron Samedi as Don Pedro Colley did an exceptionally good job on. And I gotta say, the Living Dead Hitman, yeah, really cool at taking down the bad guys. Number 42 is The Invisible Man from 1933. Great movie. Another one of the great Universal monster flicks. If you haven't seen my review of this, please check it out. It's really good, based on H.G. Wells' book of the same name. Number 41 is Stephen King's Silver Bullet from 1995. Great werewolf film. I really did enjoy this. Corey Haim in one of his early films, great. Gary Busey wasn't too bad. Anyway, I think this is a real good werewolf film. You don't have to take my word for it, but it is. Number 40 is Happy Birthday to Me from 1981. Love this movie. If it's still around on Tubi, which is where I revisit this film going to next year, then maybe this will be a flick I'll be watching on my birthday, aside from Bloody Birthday. But anyway, this film is just so good. I love it. Number 39 is Scream Blackula Scream from 1973. Not bad of a sequel. While I still like the original Blackula, which that's still to come, but the sequel is pretty good in some ways. I do like its main theme called Torment, and even in an instrumental form at the beginning and its actual song at the ending of the movie. Number 38 is the Fat Albert Halloween special from 1977. It's a pretty good animated Halloween special, and I just really enjoy it. If you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. Number 37 is Halloween with the New Addams Family, also from 1977. This is a TV reunion with most of the original cast of the Addams Family 60s TV series. I love this. The full special is on YouTube. You can also find it on Amazon Prime and Tubi as well. If you are a big fan of the original Addams Family, then this would be right up your alley. Number 36 is Dario Argento's Inferno from 1980. Pretty good film, a pretty decent follow up to Suspiria. I still have to see the third film, Mother of Tears, but I will eventually. Anyway, this film is pretty good. You'll see a few other Dario Argento flicks later on in this ranking. Number 35 is Final Destination from 2000. Great movie. I love this movie. This is what got me introduced to the franchise. I absolutely do love this. It's got a pretty good cast, and that's all I can say. Some of the kills aren't too bad. Number 34 is Pet Cemetery 2 from 1992. I gotta say, this is easily an underrated follow up to the original, which that's still to come. I do think it's pretty good, and it does have a pretty good performance by Clancy Brown, who's absolutely really fun once he is, well, been brought back to life, that is. Number 33 is The Witches from 1990. This film's really good. The remake made my first time watch this ranking since I got this in a double feature with that film. But this one, the original, it's a classic. I love the performances from everyone, especially Angelica Houston, who plays the, the leader of this group of witches. Number 32 is Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2 from 1987. I think this was pretty good. And with having a real good feel of the spirit of Mary Lou Maloney gets into another gal's body. Yeah, really something. I think it's just so whoa. It may not be in any connection to the original, that's still ahead, but still it takes place at the same school though, I do believe. Yeah, I'm almost sure of it. Number 31 is Dario Argento's Tenebrae from 1982. This was when it came out to Italy. We didn't get in North America until 2 years later. This film's pretty good. It's only my second time in seeing it, but I gotta say, on the second time watch, it's not too bad. It's another one of the great masterpieces that Argento gave to us. I mean, it does have a pretty good cast, especially with John Saxon, still before he did Nightmare on Elm Street. But anyway, it's pretty good. I'll have to review this sometime down the road. Number 30 is Blackula from 1972. I love this movie. This is another guilty pleasure. I mean, this year marks the film's 50th anniversary. I really enjoyed William Marshall was really good. I just gotta say, it does have its moments in life. It's a mixed bag of all sorts of genres. If you've never seen this film, check it out. Number 29 is Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight from 1995. This is a pretty good movie. It's only my second time seeing it. I had forgotten I'd seen this a long time ago, but again, this was just so good. I like the performances from everybody. If you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. Number 28 is Final Destination 3 from 2006. This film's not too bad. It's pretty fun. The roller coaster premonition, and some of the kills weren't too bad. And well, I've just got to say, it's now become one of my favorites now. Number 27 is Hocus Pocus from 1993. Now, I wasn't really big on this film at first, but after that, I soon became a supporter for this, and I do like it. I watched it on Halloween, but I was going to do a double feature with its sequel, but failed to. But it's okay. I still think the first one is really good, but I do like the second one just as much. Still, it's got that same great cast of characters. Number 26 is Carrie from 1976. Love this movie. Sissy Spacek's absolutely great as the title character. This, of course, is based on Stephen King's first ever book. I really love this movie. Enough said about it. Number 25 is The Slumber Party Massacre from 1982. Love this movie. Definitely another great cult classic. The driller killer is awesome in this, but I love the gals in this too. Number 24 is Prom Night from 1980. Great movie, love it. And I love the performance we got from Jamie Lee Curtis the and the others. Definitely a great slasher. It's still my favorite. I was going to watch the 2008, 2008, remake and failed to, but it's okay. I still like the original a whole lot. Number 23 is Psycho 3 from 1986. I like this one. I mean, the three Psycho films are absolutely incredible. Anthony Perkins does a great job as Norman Bates again. Of course, well, it's had some pretty good kills. Number 22 is The Addams Family from 1991. Great movie, great cast. I really love the performances. Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, they were all good. I have to say, this film was just absolutely spectacular and funny. Number 21 is Slumber Party Massacre 2 from 1987. And you're probably wondering why I have this higher than the first one. But I got a lot of love for this one. This film can be a little silly at times, but hey, this had some really hot moments. And the great rock and rollin' driller killer, yeah, real good too. It had some pretty good songs as well. Number 20 is Terror Train from 1980. Great movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. I really do love this. I recently saw a remake of it on Tubi. You'll find out on the first time watch this ranking. I still like the original, but the new one does manage to pull off some stuff that this one didn't do. But well, I'll review the remake sometime sooner. Number 19 is Final Destination 2 from 2003. This is probably my favorite of the franchise now. I love it. I mean, I'm glad it picks up where the first one left off in a few years after. Maybe a few years or a year, but I might be wrong. But anyway, it's really good, and I like the premonition as well. Number 18 is Dario Argento Presents Demons from 1985. Great movie. I love it. If you haven't seen my review of this, which it's only got a measly 3 views since the day I posted it, this needs more views than that. If you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. This film's really, really creepy and freaky. Number 17 is Addams Family Values from 1993. This is a really good sequel. I love the performances from everybody. Joan Cusack as Debbie, great villainess. I gotta say, this film is just so outrageous. I especially love the summer camp bits with Wednesday and Pugsley. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Number 16 is Stephen King's Pet Cemetery from 1989. I love this movie. I've watched it numerous times. You can't go wrong with it. Cast isn't too bad, but I do like how this movie turns out. The remake's okay, but I didn't watch that though. The original's still good. Number 15 is Candyman from 1992. Great film. I love it. Tony Todd's absolutely good. So is Regina Madsen. If you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. I will review the sequels and last year's requel as well down the road. Number 14 is Psycho from 1960. Love this movie. One of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock films. This is one of his I've watched more than even The Birds. But I gotta say, it's really good. Janet Leigh's good. So it's Anthony Perkins. Yeah, really good. And it's still got that great classic theme. Number 13 is Shazam from 2019. Now, I watched this in order to promote Black M's release. I'm glad I did that, since despite the sequel to this has been delayed to next year in March, which I'll still go see. But anyway, this film's so good, and I will re-review this next year as well. So anyway, it's awesome. It's a great DCEU film. Enough said. Number 12 is Psycho 2 from 1983. This is a great sequel, and I'm starting to like this more than the original. Anthony Perkins still great as Norman Bates. You can't go wrong with that. But anyway, this is my favorite of the sequels, and it's again, like I said, I think I like starting to like this more than the original. Number 11 is The Invisible Man from 2020. I've only seen this twice, but I love it. Elizabeth Moss is really good. If you have not seen my review of this, you need to check it out. Again, I really love it. Number 10 is Evil Dead from 2013. This requel to the great classic, which we'll see where that winds up, is really good. I've only seen this twice, but I think it's really good. Now, I do know there's a brand new film called Evil Dead Rise coming up, and I hope it's as bloody and gory as they say it is. This one's pretty bloody and pretty gory, too. Number 9 is An American Werewolf in London from 1981. Love this movie. Great werewolf film. John Landis does a great job with the direction. I absolutely love this. I did review this film last year. If you haven't seen the review, check it out. Number 8 is Dario Argento's Deep Red from 1975. This is only my second time in watching this. After rewatching this, I come to like it a whole lot. I'll review this sometime, maybe next month, since it does start out like Christmas, you know. Number 7 is The Evil Dead from 1981. Great movie. Great direction from Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell. The whole cast was really good. I liked how this film turned out. Definitely one of the most freakiest and creepiest horror flicks of the 80s. I love it. Number 6 is Poltergeist from 1982. It's been a long time since I last saw this film, but after revisiting it, I really do like it now. This my review's only got a mere 5 views. Come on, guys. If you haven't seen it, you better watch it. Whew. That's why I call rapid fire, people. I sure hope you've been following with me so far. So I'm sorry if I don't give too much of the details and what have you, but I really want to go rapid fire so I don't take up too much time and what have you, you know. Anyway, now for the final 5. This was tough and what have you, but I really think this is just how I would enjoy them. So if you're ready, guys, let's move on. With the top 5 coming in at number 5 is The Halloween Tree from 1993. Great animated film. I really do love it. It's great from Hanna-Barbera. Based on Ray Bradbury's book of the same name. I may not have read it, but still, I do enjoy and what have you. Bradbury also does a great job with the narration. And I liked Leonard Nimoy voicing Mr. Moundshroud. What can I say? This is a great animated special. That was another animated flick, animated special of a flick I saw. Unfortunately, I failed to see It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown this year, so I do apologize for that. So it's unfortunately not going to be on the list. Sorry, everyone. Next year, that's going to change. Believe that. Because it's not television's fault they didn't air it this year. It's Apple TV's fault they just showed it alone. But enough said. But enough about that. The Halloween Tree is definitely a great animated Halloween flick. I think your kids will like it if you haven't seen it. I did do a review of this a couple of years ago. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Now, coming in at number 4 is Dario Argento's Suspiria from 1977. Love this film. This is what got me introduced to Dario Argento's films. I mean, a lot of my horror friends and fanatics that have gotten to me on YouTube have seen this. And well, this was the first one that came to mind of Argento's, and I thought I'd check it out. But anyway, I really love this movie. It's definitely great. Jessica Harper is really good. Everybody did a great job. And I especially love The soundtrack by Goblin. Definitely good job. So anyway, Suspiria is just so awesome. And I still have yet to see that remake though. Maybe I will sometime or sooner. Now coming in at number 3 is Fright Night from 1985. This is the original classic. I love it. It's a great vampire film. Chris Sarandon was absolutely really good. And Ryan McDowell wasn't too bad. And I really liked everyone else in this. The soundtrack's absolutely good, especially the theme song done by the Jay Giles Band. Definitely good. I've already reviewed this film. You can check it out, alright? Now, I don't know when I'm going to watch the sequel to this. If I can find it, I will certainly look into it. And I will review the remake of it, but I didn't get to rewatch that this year either. But another time I will, I promise. But Friday Night is a great vampire film. I do love it. And now for the final two. This was a tough decision to make because we have two great films that take place at Halloween. One for the big guys, one for just the youngsters and what have you. But I made up my mind. I went with, well, you'll find out why they are. Coming in at number 2 is R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. Don't Think About It from 2007. I love this movie. I watched it twice. Even though I watched it last month, but I watched it twice, 2 more times. This is still a great movie. I love it. Emily Osment was good. Everybody was pretty good. Tobin Bell was good. See my review for the full details. I reviewed it last year. Even though this year's actually it's been 15 years since it came out. Anyway, I love this movie. You can't go wrong with something like this. It's just so awesome. And finally, coming in at number 1, my number 1 non-big 5 franchises, and what I've put on the other ranking rewatch of October 2022 is Trick or Treat, also from 2007. Now, I didn't think I was going to get to see this because I've looked high and low through IFC schedule and couldn't find it, but I watched it on AMC Plus. This was one of the last films I watched on my subscription that. But anyway, I love this. This is a great anthology horror flick with a little bit of comedy in it as well. It's got a great cast. I love the performances from Dylan Baker, Anne Paquin, Brian Cox. They were all good. And Sam, the sidekick character you see, yeah, really good, creepy character. I just loved it. It was definitely great to see this. I think it was just so awesome. And I bet a lot of my horror fanatic friends will be surprised that this topped my list and what have you. So anyway, Trick or Treat was still good as I remember when I first watched it a few years back. So anyway, that's going to do it. So what did you think of this ranking? Any of these films were one of your favorites? What have you? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time I'll be bringing to you the second half of this with the 29 Big 5 franchise ranking of October 2022, featuring Child's Play, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, check out some of these vids and stuff like that. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Haunting Hour, Don't Think About, which I did last year. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the original Friday Night, or you can go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Trick or Treat. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.